Molly and I are going on an adventure to the oldest city in the United States. Where's that? St. Augustine. St. Augustine, Florida, was the first established colony in the United States. A lot of people think it's somewhere else. Through history books and everything, we always think about Plymouth Rock and all these other places. But in all technicality, St. Augustine was the first established town and kind of settlement area in the United States. And it changed hands a bunch of times. It's literally been the Spaniards had it, and then another country had it, another country, so on and so forth. It kind of went back and forth until finally it was, became a U.S. territory. But anyway, we go there on a regular basis. There's nothing abandoned there that we're going to go look at today. We're just going to show off the city. And right downtown, there's actually the very first fort that was there to defend. So we're going to stop by Castillo de San Marcos fort and check it out, do a quick walkthrough. Been there a few times. It's really neat piece of history, and you could go up there, and on nice days like today, when there's no threat of thunder and lightning, you could sometimes watch them light off the cannons, and you could also see pretty much the whole city from the top of that fort, and then you could see over the waterways to see pirate ships and whatnot. Arr. But anyway, since I do photography, I took my Canon M200, which is my street photography camera. So just gonna be doing some street stuff as I see it.
We are heading to St. Augustine today. We live a little bit less than an hour from there, the oldest city in the United States. So we are not completely sure of what we want to do because there's quite a few things out here we really like. So come along and join us for some fun. Just got all parked and we are in a courtyard area in St. Augustine. Going to go walk over to a gallery.
Lots of little alleyways through St. Augustine. Like I said earlier, this is the oldest part of the United States. So all the roads are cobblestone or brick. All these little art galleries back here. And you see there's also a trolley that takes you through on tours.
Getting ready for spooky season. How cute is this street? If you have never been here, you 100% have to put this on your bucket list.
Beautiful stained glass, some paintings. Place where they do mass, all the church pews. Beautiful art in here. All right, so we just went into the old church here, the old Catholic church in St. Augustine. Super beautiful. I wanted to respect everybody in there and not do a live feed or anything, but great thing to see, even if you're not religious. I mean, just the artwork alone is worth checking out.
Lots of haunted tours. We've done some of this. We're down in an area where there's all these little shops. Kind of walked you through that. It's just about everything you can imagine. It's super fun.
So unfortunately, a couple of the stores that I'd like to check out, like this place called Juke Joint that sells old records and stuff, are closed today because it's Sunday. I guess I'll have to come back. So this is not a busy day in St. Augustine, but as a photographer, this is a great place to capture people and do some street photography, or dogs. So this place right here, Pizza Time, is kind of famous, and they're extremely expensive. They do not put the prices on anything, and they only take cash.
We were heading over to get a bite to eat, but the fort here closes in like 30 minutes. So we are gonna hop over there. So stay tuned for some footage.
Fort something.
I think Greg was just talking about this, but he couldn't get the name. Castillo de San Marcos is this fort here behind me.
This looks like the sleeping quarters. Everybody slept in one big bed. How's that sound, honey? The whole town sleeping in one bed? Uncomfortable. There's a fireplace set up there. They do all the cooking and the heat of the building right there. Some old guns. Lighthouse, you can record that.
Oh yeah.
So way across the bay here is the lighthouse. We won't have time to make it there today, but see it right there. Pretty epic, pretty cool. And we will be doing a lighthouse episode. So we're in a little porthole the top of the fort. And you're looking out and you can see right over there the lighthouse.
Courtyard down there.
Got all these old cannons right here. It's probably made of copper, judging off of the green tint of these. Engravings along these cannons. Go to the edge over here. You see the moat, which probably filled up with water back in the day. And then the city of St. Augustine across the way here.
Information about our cannons here.
So when you get to the edge over here and you look out, there's the edge. There's the parking lot there. Just to the right of the parking lot, there's Flagler College right there. And a bunch of other historic buildings throughout.
I think we are at the tail end of our visit here. It's kind of nice. since there's not a million people here. Although it's fun when there's a lot of people here too, but just different feel. But this is kind of a nice change of pace. Just heading down to try to find DJ's Clam Shack. There we go. Just took a seat. After we made an order, we did lobster roll
And clam strips. All right, we just got done eating at DJ's Clam Shack. Holy smokes, it was good. The portions for the lobster roll were a touch small for the price, but the clam strips was right on the money. Like, they gave you a big portion. We couldn't even finish the fries. Quite tasty. I'm very satisfied. From a foodie perspective, it is amazing. What do you think of the food, honey?
Well, good.
Yeah?
Just to touch on the portion size, I thought that the portion size was about what it is in this area.
I'm not mad at it for sure. I just, if you were just splitting that, just the sandwich, and that was it, you wouldn't leave full.
We are gonna head back to our truck. Our parking's gonna expire anyhow. So.
We made it to St. Augustine. We didn't spend a lot of time there, not as much as a normal trip because we have been there a lot, but we really thought it'd be nice to go show a small piece of St. Augustine, and then we'll do subsequent videos down the road with more stuff because there is a lot there. There's different parts of town that offer different things. Today we focused on the old town, the historic part with the fort, and then we went and scoped out a specific restaurant. So we got a suggestion for DJ's Clam Shack, and 10 out of 10 I recommend. It's quite tasty. Like I said earlier, I think the price, I mean, it is about the going rate. For the size of the sandwich, I think it's a little high. I don't think that they should lower their prices. I just think they should make the sandwiches just a little bit bigger. That's just my opinion. But the clams were right on point. Like I said, the flavor of everything was great. The atmosphere of the restaurant was really good. Really happy with it. Normally, when we go to St. Augustine and in that downtown part, on a hot day like today, we would probably get, there's a place that sells Dole Whip, kind of like what they have at Disney, and they put alcohol in there. My wife has gotten that several times because she can't have dairy. So there's no dairy in Dole Whip. But today we just chilled, had a nice meal, walked downtown, and then checked out the fort. A little too warm to be out in the sun for too long.